Hello and welcome again to this edition of Fight TV. I'm your host, Brad Swanson. We are coming to you from inside the Florida Capitol during the Florida 2022 legislative session. We have a lovely musical background playing as we get to interview Representative Travaris McCurdy. Welcome back to the program.
Thank you, Brad, for having me, man.
So Travaris, you're always working on very amazing bills that do so much stuff. What are you working on this year that you want to tell our viewers about?
Definitely, man. Well, I'm very excited. Last year, I filed a bill to make Juneteenth a state paid holiday. It didn't even get a
Every
hearing.
state employee was very excited about that.
They were,
right?
they were.
Right.
But unfortunately, it didn't even get a hearing here. But I feel that the federal government, Congress is watching, and now we have it as a federal holiday. So we have to come back because, as with most federal holidays, it's up to individual states to enact them, to make them state-paid holidays, right. Obviously. So we're going back this year to make it a state-paid holiday, to ask the legislature to to let us have it as a state-paid holiday for state employees. What we don't want is a husband, wife, or any couple for any reason dwelling together. One spouse is a federal employee, have the day off and paid. Other spouse is a state employee, has the day off, but they're not paid. So we just want to make it a unique
balance.
Yeah, across the board.
All right. So, question for you: what are there other paid federal holidays that the state of Florida doesn't recognize?
That's a very good question. So there are about 3 federal holidays that are not state paid holidays. Some that come to mind: Columbus Day, and we also have.
I can't remember. There's one more. I'm not going to make you go back through the whole federal calendar.
Well, Washington's birthday,
right.
Ironically, it's another one that's not. It's not a state paid holiday. And then one that people may not think of, but it is a holiday, is Inauguration Day, which comes every 4 years.
Right.
So those are the 3 federal holidays that are currently not state paid holidays.
Right. Well, observing Juneteenth is such an important thing for so many people, period. And it's one of those important holidays to recognize. Well, good luck to you on fighting for that one. What else are you working on?
Very, very excited about vehicle registration cards. As a lifelong Floridian, person that's been driving since he was 18, we're used and accustomed to having that long piece of paper in our glove compartment.
Of course.
Your vehicle registration. But this bill would just simply make it optional, on your application to register your vehicle, to have it as in the form of a card that you can put in your wallet, your purse.
Right. So if somebody gets pulled over, they can pull out their card and their driver's license, so it's not getting mistaken for that you're reaching for something.
Correct. It's gonna ease tension between law enforcement as well as the public at large. Also, it's a safety mechanism for us personally because when you think about car break-ins, car thefts, people go after that information, that personal information. So having the ability to have it on your person or keep it wherever you keep those safe items, I think it's just overall just a common sense. It's a low-hanging fruit. It's not sweeping legislation, but it's going to change and help some folks.
But it's common sense sort of approaches to addressing where we are today in Florida. All right, well, the next question I always ask is, you promise to come back and tell us where these bills are in a couple weeks?
You got my word.
All right, thank you, Representative.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it. And then last thing, when you're not fighting for your constituents and working for the freedom of the free world, what do you like to stream? What are you watching these days?
Oh, man, well, I really like The Crown on Netflix. I'm waiting for a new season. It's one of my favorites, man.
I got to catch up, so we'll compare notes.
All right, man.
Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. That's all the time we have for this episode of Fight TV. Make sure you hit us up on our social media feeds for more great interviews like this one. And for now, thanks for tuning in.